What's it called? What's it called? What's it called?
I'm settling in. What do you want from me?
Oh, no,
I'm in a hotel room, man. This is the first time I've been in a hotel room in over 7 years where the person I'm in the room with I've never kissed.
Well, you're in luck because
I'm going to kiss you. That's actually for sure not true. I'm usually in a hotel room with just a comedian.
Yeah, it's always what it is. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, because I'm used to being in a hotel room alone. But then it's like I've been in ones with my brother and, other comics and shit. But it is funny. This is the first time we've been in a hotel.
Is that true?
I think. When else would it have been?
If there were ever an episode of What's It Called that you felt like maybe you wanted to watch the video, I think this is the one.
Hell yeah.
Caleb and I, we live on opposite sides of the United States of America now. He lives in L.A., I live in New York. We don't see each other ever, but we just happened to both be in Denver, Colorado on this day. We just got a ride from a really fucking funny local comic named Ed. What was his last name?
Ed Bell.
Ed Bell. He was so funny.
Yeah.
And he drove us down, and he featured for Caleb, and I jumped on the show and did a little set. And, we all bombed, but...
That's true. That is true. It was a tough show. It's 2 degrees. It's 2 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's getting down to -5 tonight.
Yeah.
And it's snowing. It's like a blizzard, and it's cold as shit.
Yeah.
And we're staying in the scariest part of Denver we could have found.
Caleb booked the hotel.
I did book the hotel. Didn't look at where it was.
No. It's frightening. I'm frightened.
Yeah.
And I'm always frightened. You know that about me. But this is different. This was like... And what's funny is that it's actually in a part of Denver that's fine. It's just like 2 blocks.
Yeah, we picked a bad block. I picked it. I don't know why I started to blame you a little bit.
It's such a bad block that when I was meeting Caleb here, I didn't know what the room number was yet, so I just stood in the lobby, and the woman who worked at the front of the Days Inn was like, "Why are you in the lobby?" And it was like, isn't the lobby where people just sit all the time?
Yeah, it's where you're supposed to do that.
I was in a hotel earlier. I checked out of my room, and then I sat in the lobby for hours drinking coffee, and they didn't. But she was like afraid of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we got back from the show, and we didn't bomb. I think everyone got some laughs, but it was it was one of those days where we drove down. We had a great time. It was like, well, this is the basement of a bar where it's 2 degrees outside, and
there was there were like children there.
It was funny because when I hit the stage, there were like not a lot of people in the crowd. There were like literally 8, and I was like, okay, so this is hard. And then by the time Caleb was up there were probably 16 people.
Yeah.
2 of them were babies. One of them was sitting so close to him with his back to Caleb and would only occasionally nod his head in agreement. And the things he was nodding... Caleb has one joke where the punchline is, hit people with your hands. It's an obvious joke. Couldn't possibly ever actually mean that. And that was the one time the guy was like, exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Hit him.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't even know who it is. He was also closest to the stage. I've never had the person closest to me have their back completely turned.
It was wild, dude.
Yeah.
He also walked in during your set, right?
Yeah,
so it's like, if you picture like a long, thin room with a stage at the end, and if you're like on stage and looking down the long, thin room, on the right side there's a bar, but the bar, right before it gets to where the stage is, curves to meet the wall. This motherfucker walks into a comedy show all the way to the end of the bar, curves around with the bar, and sits at the only spot at the bar where your back is directly to the comedian and your back is 3 feet from the comedian. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was...
I've never seen anything like that, really.
I would say it was disrespectful, but it also, the setup of the show was to where no respect was commanded.
No.
It's just, there's not a tickets, there's no door. It's just like wandering in, and he's like, somebody's talking.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I want a beer.
The show is called Pee Pee Time.
Yeah, poo poo pee pee time.
Poo poo pee pee time. Sorry, I got it
never
wrong.
miss it.
Yeah. Every time I'm in Colorado, I go down to pee-pee time and I eat shit.
And this is also the first time, like, usually we're having some brews. We got a bunch of chips from 7-Eleven and some brews, and we're getting a little loose.
We're getting a little saucy, yeah, man.
Hotel drunk episode. It's great.
We normally are very professional about what's it called. It's very important to us. We don't get all fucked up and weird. We want to be our best selves, but not today. Today we're our worst selves.
Yeah, it's like midnight. No, it's not midnight, but it's
not.
night. We don't usually record at night.
No, I also don't mean that. We're not our worst selves, but you're right. It's different. It's great too. Cheers, buddy. It's so good to see
Best
you, man.
night of my life. Good to see you too, man.
It's funny because we see each other's faces and we do shit together every week, but this is different. We don't get to hang out.
I know, and I swear you did get taller. I don't know if you can see it on the video. Dave looks a little taller.
That's what happens when you got a big old fat dump truck ass. I moved to New York and I got just a lot more junk in my trunk, and that makes you know what I mean?
It does something. It does something.
You know what's weird about having a dump truck ass that no one ever tells you until you get one? Is that the reason it's big is that there's a bunch of shit in it.
I wanted that to be like a Carson thing where it's like, what's weird about having a dump truck ass?
Yeah.
You know what's weird?
You know what's weird?
You know what's weird about having a dump truck ass? Ed's got a dump truck ass.
Yeah. He'll tell you. Oh.
Yes, sir. I would love Dirty Carson is very funny.
I will tell you what's weird about having a dump truck ass. It can talk.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't speak the same language, though. There's a language barrier between me and my ass.
Oh, me and my ass speak the same language.
Do you?
Yes, we do.
French?
Yep. Yeah, dude. My ass speaks French.
No, it's true, man. We now this is our first in-person episode in months,
Yeah.
and we're drinking, which we don't do, and it's at night.
And
This
it's in
episode,
a hotel, and it's in Denver.
yeah, it's in a hotel. We're in bed. We are in bed. You should
both
watch
got
on
beds.
YouTube. Full beds.
Yeah.
That's right. They're not queens, and you can tell by where my legs are at. I'm sitting up, and my legs are at the end of the full-size bed.
Yeah, man.
So this is, I would say, a special party episode of what's it called?
Damn right it is.
We got beer, we got chips, we're sitting on beds, dude.
Yeah, I'm more
Cheers
than likely
again,
going to have
pal.
another beer because I can already. This one's getting a little low, and I'm feeling funky. I'm feeling it, man.
Dang, bro, this might be a longer episode, you know?
Maybe.
I
what
did
the
make
hell.
sure to bring my computer. We got all the shit we need here. So we're going to be doing some moon news. Don't you worry. Just because we're wasted in a hotel and it's 2 degrees outside doesn't mean we don't get to talk about the fucking moon.
Oh, and when it's cold, I feel like the moon is closer.
Yeah, bigger.
Yeah, there's something up
Exactly.
there.
I feel like, doesn't it feel like the sun makes you warm and the moon makes you cold? You know?
Yeah.
Right?
You know what I heard? I don't know if this is true. We can look it up.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear that, you know how it's cooler in the shade than in the sun when it's sunlight? You know what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
I heard it's colder in the moonlight than it is in the shade.
Really?
I don't think it's true, but I've heard someone say that. They were like, "Did you know?" And I was like, "Whoa!"
Wow. That would
Someone
be
told me that in a bar once, and I was like, "Whoa!"
That sounds like it would be magic.
Yeah, it sounds false to me.
Because moonlight is sunlight.
Yes,
Yeah.
but maybe it was a flat earther I was talking to. It's probably totally wrong, but look it up for yourself.
I would say your first mistake is talking to any comedian. They say all kinds of crazy shit, those
Yes,
comics.
they do. They ever have this? We had a good, like, Ed was cool, but sometimes in comedy it'll be like, ooh, I got to ride 6 hours to Louisville with a comic I've never met. That's
Yeah.
like not an uncommon thing.
No.
And like about 30 minutes in, you find out that they're
Not vaccinated.
yeah. Oh no, that's actually a good example.
Yeah,
And
totally.
they'll just be like, "You don't have it, do you?" And I'll be like, if I say yes, do you? I still get to ride in your car?
Yeah.
I need this gig." You know, or they'll just
Totally.
say crazy shit. You know.
Or they're like, yeah, more often what will happen to me is the person that's like really nice and you know, basically cool, but they have some sort of like really specific crazy obsession.
Yeah. Oh
where
yeah.
It's like 30 minutes in and they're like, You ever play Mario 2? And you're like, yeah. You're like, man, play Mario 2 8 hours a day. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you have to talk about Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah, you're like, you got all this time. Yeah, it's a tough. Like, it's good when it's good. Like, I had that one where I had to go to Bisbee and back. 9 hours there, 9 hours back. So I spent 18 hours in the car with Audrey Stewart. And we never spent that amount of time together. We had a great time. She's so funny, such a good hang, like, cool. But that could go south so quick.
Oh, my God.
And I was thinking about it, like, because you got to pick how to fill it when you're, like, long drive. Because it's like, we're going to be talking about Mario 2 for 5 hours? Mm-hmm. But I do it to myself. I realize sometimes when I don't know what to say, I'll just pretend that reminded me of something I know what to talk about.
Oh.
You know, if somebody's talking about sport. I don't watch sports. I don't know anything about them. And I'll be like, yeah. You know, it reminds me of Everybody, and Everybody Loves Raymond one time. And I'll just pretend. And now we're just talking about that. Because I don't know what to say back.
When
they're like,
great move.
Yeah, they're like, Tom Brady. And I go, mm-hmm. You know, one time Ray was supposed to go get a new vacuum. And Deborah,
miles from here, there are two comedians who love Super Mario 2. They're like, you know when you're hanging out with a comic and he won't shut up about Everybody Loves Raymond? And it's just like, I'm just over here trying to talk about Princess Peach and Toadstool. Like a regular conversation. The guy's like, I know. Exactly. I'm trying to throw radishes at Shy Guys here.
Yeah.
And this guy won't shut the fuck up about Brad Garrett.
Well, if you have a long-ass road trip, like you got a 9-hour drive with a comic, what are you trying to talk about, you know? What are you going to fill it with?
What am I going to fill it with?
Yeah.
You know, I try to be dumb, and that wasn't always the case. When in the past, I think I was more into emotional, deep conversations, you know, and that happens, and I'm down when it happens. But I want those to start and end,
right?
Because I just have learned that, like, you know, it's a thing that I wish someone actually would have told me when I was younger, just because I like to get to know people, and just because it is like not something everyone does to like get into their feelings, doesn't mean it's worthwhile for you to like really, really sit in it. And I really thought that because I don't know, not a lot of people would talk about their feelings, and I felt like I got comfortable at it, and I felt like, you know, it's interesting and cool. But the thing is that I just think any of those conversations, if they go on for longer than 30, 45 minutes, it just gets like boring the way anything else would. But now you're bored and you're sad. And it fucking sucks, dude. Also, nothing is more fun than being a goddamn moron.
Yes.
And it's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And, man, yeah. Some people on the road, you really get that and will get in the dumb zone with you. And some people fight it.
Yeah, I know.
They won't do it. I think two things are important when you're road tripping with somebody: being stupid and shutting up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it. Or let's listen to something. But it's like,
yeah.
I hate when somebody wants to get where they'll be like, what's your love language, do you think?
Oh, man.
And I'll be like, butts. And they're like, no, for real.
No, actually answer me.
And then they'll pull up the chart, and I'm like, no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, what are we doing? Like, it's not therapy. I just want to have a good time.
I also do think it is a true skill of knowing when to shut the fuck up. And I think that I've failed at that skill at times in my life.
Everybody does.
But I think I've gotten pretty good at it. The thing is, especially on a road trip, when you're in a contained space with somebody for over 45 minutes and the conversation dies, that's the time.
Yeah, let it die.
That's the time to shut up.
Sometimes I can't, like the conversation will die and I'll go, if you could travel to any planet.
Well, we all hate silence. That's the craziest part about being human. Anytime I'm in a room and no one is talking, it feels like I'm being stabbed in the temple.
Yeah.
It feels like my father is like, this is why everyone fucking hates you.
Yeah, and it's like, I want to get it going quick. I'm like, you ever get caught jerking off? No.
Right.
What about?
But you got to learn. You got to, it's in a car, you got to shut up.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just sit and look at the stuff go by.
Oh God, I love it. I love looking at stuff go by.
Yeah. That's something too good about. I'm sure there's somebody on a road trip now. That's when I listen to the most podcasts on a road trip. I'm like,
Totally.
I gotta fill time here.
Yeah.
You know.
And so take this conversation as an opportunity to sort of, you don't need to judge yourself. That perhaps the person who's driving the car got really, really annoyed with you, that you would not stop talking earlier in the day when you were driving by. There was just rows and rows of cornfields and grapevines and trees, almond orchards, and it was beautiful. And you just would not shut the fuck up. And the driver was so annoyed with you that he put on this podcast that he barely likes.
Yeah, he just needed something.
But he knows you like it.
Here's another clue. If you've been talking for like 10 minutes and they haven't said anything,
Right.
that's a clue.
There's levels of people not saying anything that are important cues to learn. Like, I think the first level of the person wanting the conversation to end is, oh, yeah, totally.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
They're saying words. So then the next level of them not wanting you to talk anymore, and this means it's been going on for a while, they're like, yeah. But if you have been talking for a long time and all you're getting is this,
Yeah, just so that you know they're alive.
that friendship is over, man. And once again, I've been on both sides of
Yeah.
this. I've said the and I've seen the come at me.
Yeah. Well, what I do, like I said, like I know people know that, so I don't go, yeah. Like if somebody's boring me, I just do the Everybody Loves Raymond move.
So that's the
So it
other
doesn't
thing.
even hurt their feelings. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh, now we're talking about Raymond.
You got to be kind with we're all fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I that's good. I do that too. I'm always trying to like steer things to get it to a place where we're all like either like agreeing or like all feeling the conversation. It's kind of like, you ever been so the flip side of this is sometimes you're in a car with someone who like they're a lot of fun, great conversationalist, maybe they even understand how to shut up.
Yeah.
But everything they bring up is nothing anyone's interested in. Or they're like, ooh, let me DJ. And they play the worst fucking music.
Like music I've never even heard. I don't even know what this genre is.
Yeah, totally.
The most unpleasant shit.
And like, because when I'm DJing, I'm thinking like, what's Caleb into? What's Audrey into? If the three of us were in the car, like, because man, to me, there's no better feeling than you put on a song and everyone in the car is like, oh, I love this.
You feel like you wrote it. It feels great.
Totally. Yeah, you definitely did write that song.
Yeah, that road trip, Audrey introduced me to, because I don't know, like I have some of the worst musical taste on earth. I don't know shit. There's nothing I know that I just don't. So I learn every time we're in the car. I'm like, "What's this?"
That's true.
'Cause I don't know what it is.
Caleb, that's the thing I always liked about driving home from what's it called recordings. You would be like, damn.
I've never even heard of the band.
I introduced Caleb to Run the Jewels.
Never
and
heard
that
of
was
him.
in like 2021.
Yeah, I was like, "Whoa!"
I like this.
And then I was like, "Oh, all their songs are good."
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so that's huge for me when I, and you always want everyone to be like feeling your shit, but
Some people aren't like that.
Yeah.
Some
And don't you
people-
hate when they bring up, like, you'll get in the car with somebody and you're like, oh, this is like a comic I like. But then you just realize, oh, they're just funny on stage. Like they'll be like, so my aunt got a new backsplash in her kitchen. They put it in on Thursday. Guy came in.
How is that possible?
He wanted like $1,500, and I was like, $1,500 for the labor and the parts, and it was just for the labor. And I said, well, I got my backsplash. I mean, this was 2 years ago. So if you think about it, like adjusted for inflation, I don't think that I could put in a backsplash. You give me like 2 days, 2 full days, I could put one. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Shut up, Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah, you've met the president. Why are we talking about a backsplash in some other motherfucker's house?
Isn't that so interesting? In my mind, if you are good at what you do, whatever it is, you're interesting across the board. but it's not true.
No, it's not.
That also makes me think, like, for example, Joe Biden, Joe Biden is the dumbest, lamest president of all time, but he was a really, really fun fucking vice president.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like having a cool friend and they're a bad girlfriend.
Right.
Where you're one of my best friends, and then you're like, oh, no.
Right.
That's, I'm sure everybody can relate to that.
Yeah.
You got your good friend in jail. Then you both get out of jail, and you realize, oh, no.
Right.
He's a bad friend.
Wow. We had limited resources, and
I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody
that's
else.
what was fun.
Yeah.
Also, they kissed me on the tip of my dick a little bit. Which is a thing you like in prison. I'm just saying. I feel like that would be a nice bonus in prison. If you got a little kiss.
I don't know why that just popped, but in Pulp Fiction,
You immediately talk about Everybody Loves Raymond.
I go, there's an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. No, but this really does relate to that because it's when Bruce Willis kills that guy in Pulp Fiction, he has the boxing match and kills him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He meets up with his girlfriend in the hotel. For some reason, Tarantino thinks it's a good thing to end that scene with him going, Will you kiss it?
It's so gross, dude.
What?
And she's like talking about how she wants a pot belly and just like being cute. And he's like, will you kiss it?
Will you kiss my dick?
Yeah.
I just killed a man.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just want her to just kiss it?
Yeah.
Everything about that I always thought was strange. And I'm like, damn, Academy Award.
Well, it's just the language. It's just so.
Hey, I'm Bruce Willis. It would be really funny is if that wasn't in the script. And they weren't even supposed to have, it wasn't even supposed to be a sex scene. Bruce Willis is just like,
They weren't even
I'm
dating.
a really charming guy.
I'm dating her. I've decided that my character is dating her. Yeah. Dude, I could imagine Bruce Willis being the kind of guy who's like in the wings of a shoot, just like calling audibles. You know what? You know what I think? I think the watch should have been in his ass. Say it was in his ass. Yeah.
No one could say no.
Yes,
he just
Bruce
beat the
Willis.
hell out of anybody.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I was thinking about? Because I've been watching tons of movies lately, and I think about it because you know how some people don't like sex scenes.
Yeah.
I think they're fine or whatever. But I was watching The Bridges of Madison County, and Clint Eastwood directed it,
Right.
and he's in all the sex scenes.
Wow.
So it's just him getting laid a bunch.
That's so funny.
And it's Meryl Streep, so it's like you just wanted this to happen. Like it makes me feel like kind of like gross when he's also yelling cut. Isn't it gross?
That's why I'm writing this movie where the main character hangs himself. And he does it while he's watching the bridges of Madison County. Buddy, I'm getting another beer right now.
Let's do it, dude. Dude, get me one.
I got you.
Dude, if you're listening along, crack open a beer if you got one and you feel like it. I don't want to encourage anybody, but I also do because I like them. Beer's good. Oh, let me just hand me a fresh one. I'll switch them out. This podcast is brought to you by beer that was at the gas station. Yeah, dude. We had a moment there when it was like we thought it was all the beer was locked up with metal locks.
It's terrifying.
And we were like, "Oh, Sunday, no alcohol on Sunday."
Yeah, dude.
And then it was like, "No, it's just this is a dangerous 7-Eleven and we lock the shit up."
People do beer runs here. No, it was like also, yeah, so it's just totally true. The hotel and the 7-Eleven right next to it are just fucked up. And there were, we got hit up for change outside the 7-Eleven, which is not really that weird for a 7-Eleven, but it was like a lot of people, and it just sort of it seemed like a particularly aggressive bunch,
Yeah.
And
when people are loitering outside the 7-Eleven and it's 2 degrees,
yeah,
where they're like, "Hey, dude, what's up?"
It's like,
and I'm like,
these people
it's
need
2
help.
degrees.
Yeah.
And another thing I noticed that you can tell how an area is in the parking lot. Are there 100 birds?
Oh, were there a lot of birds?
Yeah.
I didn't notice a large amount of birds.
That's the way to tell. When the birds are just like hanging out there.
Yeah.
You don't go to you wouldn't go to say a Whole Foods and find 100 birds in the parking
I
lot.
wonder why that is. I wonder what it is. That is because there's just like more trash in the parking lot.
I think it must
maybe?
be the trash.
Yeah.
Because I've
There's
noticed
just
it
no
in
people
LA a
there
lot.
to. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the other thing. We're in like a fucking nightmare 7-Eleven, and it's just like one of those 7-Elevens where there's people slowly roaming through the aisles. And you like round a corner and there's just someone staring at you, and you're like, okay, I won't go this way. I'll go a different way to the register. Sorry. And so there was that. And then we get to the register, and they don't take Apple Pay or
no tap, no
tap.
Apple Pay, and my card didn't take that.
Wouldn't run, and the guy was moving just fucking 0 miles per hour, dude. It was really weird. It was like, because we got rung up separately. He got some stuff, I got other stuff, and there was also a woman between us who was going to buy some lottery tickets, and the guy behind the counter is like running Caleb's card and running it again and running it again, and then he reaches down slowly and grabs a plastic bag and wraps it around the card and shoves it in and keeps shoving it in. And it was so hard to not be like, yo, man, your 7-Eleven is fucking terrifying. Could I please leave?
Yeah, like what
Let
do I
me
need
out.
to do? Like
You can't take your time when like we're trying to get in and out, dude.
also where I go, I know it's not up to him, but I'm like, hey, I'm just spitballing. Tomorrow you should tell your boss that the card machine doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because that's a big. I think his ears will perk up when he realizes they're gonna look. People are just gonna steal.
Right.
You give it 20 tries in the tap machine. I'm going to walk out now.
Yeah, if I was even a little bit tough, I would have just taken my bag of Utz and walked out the fucking door. When
I was a kid, I remember cards going through. You know.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Try to swipe it. Try to tap it. Try and insert it. Swipe it again. Swipe. Put a bag. Why would a bag around it help?
Isn't that crazy?
What the fuck? It's just like, is this just making it harder for even the people who own the card? So this is helping theft. If I can't buy shit with it, is that making it good?
Yeah, get a better machine. It does seem like
I don't get it.
I know that your store is falling on hard times. It's clear.
Every 7-Eleven was started on hard times, and then they fell on harder times.
It's true.
And
It's
I
called-
love that Todd Glass bit about where he's like, I've never been in a new 7-Eleven. You ever been in a 7-Eleven? You're like, oh, they just built this one.
That's hilarious. Damn. I actually have been in a 7-Eleven that got an upgrade. Every now and then.
What?
Because there's 7-Elevens in like really nice neighborhoods now, in LA at least. The 7-Eleven at Vermont and Franklin, which is like in the heart of really nice Los Feliz, got like a serious fucking upgrade where there's just like glass cases everywhere and carpet in parts of it.
Carpet?
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't imagine carpet. No 7-Eleven I've been in needed that.
Well, the thing is about that is that it's like I walked in and I was like, wow, there's like neon. Wow. Yeah, the guy behind the counter is really happy. He's like, I know, this is crazy. And you look around and you're like, damn, dude, it's like comfortable to walk around and it's well lit and there's like sneeze guards on all the things and
Whoa.
it just feels deeply clean. And they're still selling pizza that gives me diarrhea.
Oh, that pizza.
Oh, my God.
What a mistake.
And so I just don't think they should spruce it up at all. I don't really see what the purpose is. You're just like, polishing diseases.
I would love to know what they're saying at meetings, like at 7-Eleven headquarters, you know?
Oh, man.
Like, do they even wear suits? Like, what is that place like?
Oh, yeah, no way. Running the 7-Eleven Corporation is definitely just a class at some high school. Yeah.
Because how could you not run I've never seen a 7-Eleven where they're like, we're out of business. Oh, we're done.
That's true.
I don't think you can fuck it up.
Yeah, totally. If you sell taquitos for 10 cents and you never close, That's a flawless business model in America.
Here's my impression of a job interview where they're like, "Hey, do you want to work at 7-Eleven?" They're like, "No," and they're like, "You're hired. Show up Monday." I don't want to. Exactly.
Did I tell you once I was in Fireball, California? I stopped on a road trip.
Fireball.
Fireball. That's
Ball?
Ball.
Fireball.
B-A-U-G-H.
Okay.
F-I-R-E-B-A-U-G-H.
We're just
Fireball.
making up towns.
It's real, dude.
No way.
I saw a Taco Bell job interview.
Oh, that's fun.
It was awesome, dude. Everyone should get to see a Taco Bell job interview in their lifetime. It's a real slice of American life. It's like, you know those paintings of like a bowl of bananas? It like feels a lot like that.
Oh, what are they saying?
Yeah, dude. So first of all,
What's your What's your biggest weakness?
yeah, totally.
Well,
What brought you to this?
I'm unemployed.
Yeah. How sorry do you feel? Dude, so everything about it was wrong. It was so great. I was just eating at the Taco Bell, and the person conducting the job interview had to have been 22, and the person interviewing for the job had to have been 15. And bless her fucking heart, she was wearing a fucking prom dress. I know, dude.
I love to think that, like, in the middle of prom, she's like, "I need money."
I'm starving.
Yeah.
And
This prom has gone longer than I thought.
yeah, man, I'm definitely not gonna fuck this guy. I do feel like probably halfway through prom is where a lot of people have that realization. Probably a lot of women specifically halfway through prom are like, "Oh, I'm not gonna fuck this guy."
Yeah.
Beginning of the night, I was really gunning for it. He had the tux on.
I bet most guys, even as the woman has slammed the door and run up the stairs, and he's walking back to his car, he's like, "I might still get laid.
I have a chance.
She might run back down the
I
stairs."
still have the limo for another 15 minutes. That's right. Well, I do think I'll bet you the amount of times that a guy has struck out on prom night and walked back to the limo and been like, "Let's go to the city." It's off the fucking charts. And the thing is, and then think about the driver. How many adult drivers have been like, "You got it, Mr. Banks," or whatever?
This sounds like a sex comedy from 20 years ago.
It does.
Where the guy doesn't get laid, and then he's like, "I still got the limo for 3 more hours."
Right, totally. Yeah, it's a lot like the premise of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Yeah. I think this is actually like they don't really make those anymore, do they?
Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
But like sex comedy, like big like teen sex comedies.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Those used to be like huge, and now it's like I haven't seen one of them in a million years.
Well, because it's because a teen sex comedy is like a comedy version of a thing because it's like a degree removed, right? I've actually been thinking about this a lot lately, not to make it too serious, but like we now, because of social media, have direct access to every single type of person and their perspective. Mm-hmm. So, like, you remember The Daily Show was really big? And The Daily Show was really big because we had a Republican president and liberalism didn't have a voice. And so this one guy was able to, like, tell fucking poop jokes, but also be like, these people are fucking Nazis.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow, I have a friend. But now Twitter is just people being like, I have evidence that these people are Nazis. And and it's like no fun and it fucking sucks. And no one's telling jokes and it's just all these specific. And I think that's the same thing. I think the reason there are no teen sex comedies is that we all watch porn.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it's probably a big part.
Remember, truly, a lot of Eurotrip was just how hot the girls were in it. I remember, I'm going to watch that movie. I remember being like, I'm going to watch that fucking movie.
Yeah, and they would always say, like, unrated version.
Ooh, yeah.
Unrated.
Totally. This version has less ratings than the other unrated version. Yeah. This is an
there was an
anti-rated
unrated Dumb and Dumber where I was like, are they going to fuck? Like, what am I going to see?
Well, the dog van had a dick in that one. Yeah, man. And when you shit when you had the diarrhea, they let you see it. That's the thing. An unrated version of Dumb and Dumber is fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah, it just had like 2
More
extra
farts?
scenes.
Yeah.
I'm like it's so. But they really would market unrated versions as if it was a porn parody of the movie itself with the actors in it.
They really would. You're
Yeah.
right. I want to see it go the other direction. Bridges of Madison County, unrated.
Schindler's List,
Yeah.
unrated.
Yeah, totally. You're not going to believe how long the list is this time. The amount of people Liam Neeson saves is off the fucking charts. And they're all co-eds. Yeah. Schindler's List of girls gone wild.
What I can't stop thinking about is the poor person like next door who's just like, I'm just going to do some drugs at the Days Inn.
Yes.
And I just want to get really high. And it's cold outside. And then we're just over here like, unrated Schindler's List. And they're just like, who
What
the
the
fuck?
I was expecting to get a room in the Days Inn and hear people fucking so hard it nearly knocked the paintings off the walls. But instead, I have to hear these fucking virgin losers screaming jokes about the Holocaust. Oh, man.
Yeah, dude.
But anyway, I saw a Taco Bell job interview.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to hear more about that.
And so she was wearing a prom dress, and it was so adorable, man. My heart went out to her because, you know, people tell you you dress up for a job interview. She got that wrong. She heard that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You don't wear a tux to a job interview, you know?
I'll be right back.
Oh, Caleb's going to be right back.
Put more beers on ice.
Oh, okay. So she's wearing a prom dress. And she was waiting. Matter of fact, I remember she was waiting alone in a prom dress, sitting in like a high top table at this Taco Bell. And I was like, damn, did this girl get fucking stood up for her day? I was like,
Oh, no.
this is terrible. And then, you know, someone just wearing a Taco Bell uniform, wearing like a headset that was like partially headphones and then like a mouthpiece, who they were clearly working the drive-thru, came out and they were sort of frazzled. And they were like, oh, hey, okay, I have your application here. So this is their first question. Why do you want to work at Taco Bell? And like immediately I was like, I'm going to beat the shit out of this guy.
Why?
Why do you want to work at Taco Bell?
Oh.
Well, I have so many options.
I was practicing law, and it didn't make me happy.
Yeah, totally. And this girl goes, well, it's my favorite restaurant. I know.
Oh, boy.
And you know what's funny is that at the time I laughed at this girl and I thought, what an idiot saying it's your favorite restaurant. What an asshole. But then when I left and I drove away, I was like, no, that's the right answer. What else are you going
That
to
is the
fucking
right
say?
answer.
And also, like, I'm 16. I hate my life. I live in Fireball. Give me a fucking job, dude. Give me a fucking job. Do you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think it'd be better to flip it. Why do you need employees at Taco Bell?
That's so funny, dude. A Taco Bell job interview should be the person who's about to work there interviewing you about why Taco Bell exists. I'm going to
why-
work there, but first you have to tell me,
Why is there an opening?
why did it come to this?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's funny.
Is it because you pay bad
yeah.
and it's not good?
Yeah. Is it because they moved on to bigger and better things?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So you're the manager of a Taco Bell. How do you fucking feel?
That wouldn't even be in your 5-year plan if you were like 5 years old. Like, I'd like to be managing a Taco Bell in 5 years.
See, that's why when I have my first kid, immediately, right when they come out of the womb, I'm going to be like, what's your 5-year plan? Because I want them to know where they're going to be at 5. And, you know, There's a lot of directions that could go. They could be like, well, I would like to be saying full sentences and walking upright.
I'd like to take my own shits.
I would like to take my own shits, and I would like to be eating solid foods.
That's and then like after they tell you, you just got to go. Well, sorry to say, it turns out you do not get to make decisions until you're like 18. So
Yeah. So
sorry about that.
anyway, but I think it's interesting that you have a plan.
Yeah, I love the a baby with
What's
a 5-year
your
plan.
5-year plan? Hey, welcome to What's It Called?
Welcome to What's
everybody.
It Called, everybody.
We're so glad that you're here.
We're
in
the
this
Potato
hotel room.
Boys.
We're the Potato Boys. What's up, Richard Carnes?
We love you.
You
Sit
fucking
down,
Carnies.
you piece of shit.
We're laying down, so you got to sit down for us.
That's right.
Sit up, but also lay down in your brain. You
This is
get
our
it.
first hotel beer episode, so thanks
I'm
for being here.
Borderline hammered.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, man. I had 2 beers before we even recorded.
Yeah, that's a first.
That's true.
Yeah, we're having fun.
Have we never done an episode where we were drunk before? I feel like we've drank
We've had
on
a
the
couple
Twitch.
beers,
Yeah.
but we haven't been like a night like tonight where we're like, it's 2 degrees.
I'm fucked up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fun.
man. I'm so fucked up. I applied for a job at the Taco Bell down the street. You get the shit with us. We're What's It Called? We're here to be dumb. Our website's whatsitcalled.rodeo. We got
That's
a
right.
Patreon, patreon.com/whatsitcalled.
Yeah, join it.
Join it. Bonus episodes
Yeah.
every week.
And you could join for as little as $3 a month, and it would mean
That's
a lot
right.
to me and Dave because we are
Broke.
we're broke.
We're
and,
staying in a
it'll help
hellish
us.
days in. Think
Yeah.
about that. You're listening to a podcast, and we are scared.
Yeah,
where
well,
we are.
a little bit. When I went and got ice for the beers, I was like, I'll just knock on the door when I'm back. And I knocked on it, and Dave was like, "Who is it?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I shouldn't have."
I
The
knew it
knock
was you.
plan.
It was a
But
bit.
did you?
I
How
did.
much
No.
did you know?
That's true. Hey, speaking of that,
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
Well, it's shaved.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
that feels particularly fun to do in a hotel room in person. Like, how do we even make that happen? I'm sitting on a bed. I'm just laying on a bed, and all of a sudden,
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
we also have the old computer I used to use, and I had forgotten that a part of the soundboard on this computer was. Yeah, that's our old friends, Perfect Fart and Anxious Fart.
I'll tell you this: every time I've ever had a girlfriend fart, it's been anxious fart.
Yeah,
play
man.
anxious fart again. This is, and they're always like, "Ugh." And
I'm
they're
so sorry.
yeah, and they can't even believe. At first, they're like, "Do I say that?" Did they hear that? Ooh. What's really funny is before we started recording, me and Dave were just actually farting.
Yep.
Because we've been drinking a lot of beer and it's fun.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you know what we should add on the Patreon is if you pay enough, maybe you can come get drunk in a hotel with us.
Oh, that's a fun one.
That's probably illegal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it sounds creepy as hell.
Well, no, we should just. Oh, by the way, shout out, a longtime follower of our show, listener to our show. Wow.
We're drunk.
Bleh, yep. And a member of the Patreon. Margalo Mulaney is her name. She came to the Grolics, and I
What?
met her in person. And
Margalo.
I wanted to, it was so nice to meet you, and I wanted to talk more. I felt so bad. I had to, this is a thing that comics do. It's, so fun to do a lot of shows, and so you book a ton of shows. But the Grolics was so magical and fun. Next time I do the Grolics, I'm for sure never going to book anything else that day. And I made money that night, and I'm happy that I did. And that other show was fucking fun. But it was just so sick. I just wanted to stay there and hang out. And Margalo, I had to meet you and then run away immediately. And I'm sorry about that. It's just so great to meet fans of this show. And,
Especially with a name like that. Like, whose name?
Margalo, I know.
That's like where, that's better than Carmen Sandiego.
Where are they?
Where is Margot Mulaney?
Where is she?
What a name.
Not in this Days Inn. They probably have a job.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Man, we should go. We should apply to a Taco Bell.
Moon news.
Whoa!
News about the moon.
Man, doing moon news out of a hotel room. I mean,
Yeah, it's you really feel alive podcasting from a hotel during a blizzard in a city you don't like. Neither of us live here.
here's the problem. I am not connected to the internet.
I'll get you a laptop that is.
You'll get me a laptop that is.
Doesn't that kind of sound like a commercial?
Well, that means, you know what that means, Caleb?
What does that mean?
That means that you got to be the one doing the moon news. Yeah, dude. Usually it's me that is running the moon news. I'm usually at the helm of looking up the news about the moon, but it's fucking Caleb this time.
Moon news. Here we go again.
News about the moon.
I'm excited, man. I fucking hate doing shit.
Ooh, wait a minute. CNN exclusive.
Did you just Google the moon?
Yes, I
That's
googled
great.
moon news.
Oh, really?
Inside the secretive process to select the first astronauts for NASA's next moon mission.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Whoa, this
Yo,
came out today.
Even the moon news gets better when you're in the Days Inn.
Wow. Okay, so they're going to launch this next year. It's 2024, Artemis 2.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wow.
Wasn't Artemis 1 even just a satellite, too? It wasn't actually people?
I'm not sure. But it's the most powerful rocket ever built. At a price tag that by then will approach $100 billion.
Oh, my God.
It better not blow up.
Man, this sounds like something from an Animaniacs episode.
Yeah, this is nuts. They included a picture in the story of a guy giving a speech with the astronaut suit on, which is like, wear a suit.
Yeah, give me a break.
Like, you didn't just land.
Yeah, even NBA coaches wear a fucking suit.
So everyone wants this guy, Reed Wiseman, who's a 47-year-old decorated naval aviator and test pilot. They want him on the moon, this guy.
Okay, why?
I don't know. He's pretty handsome.
Oh, there you go. We definitely want hot people on the moon, especially men, hot men.
Oh, this is interesting. So Wiseman stepped down as chief of the astronaut office in November, a prestigious job historically responsible for selecting the initial crew assignment for each mission, but which also comes with a big catch. The chief isn't eligible to fly in space. So he just stepped down. The chief can't go to space.
Why not?
That's the rules. The chief's got to be on the ground.
Chief is just not allowed
So
to go
Reed
to
stepped
space.
down because his ass wants to go to space. And
Oh.
check this out. Being chief is a crummy, lousy job, said astronaut Garrett Reisman to CNN. No one wants it, especially now. People are spilling some beans here.
Wow, there's a lot of drama happening over at NASA.
Yeah, so I hope he gets it. You know, it seems like Reed.
Well, people will like him. Reed
Yeah.
Weissman?
So there's a few people.
And that guy's-
Randy Bresnick, Victor Glover, Jeremy Hansen, Christina Koch, Anna McClain, Jessica. Man, a lot of ladies wanting to go on the moon.
Hell yeah, dude.
4 women.
That rules.
They better pick at least one of these ladies.
These are all the people that are up for it?
Yeah,
8
yeah.
people?
And then
And
yes.
how big is the crew? Just 2 or some shit?
I don't know.
Send all 8, man. That's what I say.
Right. It's already $100 billion.
Yeah, exactly. Was it going to cost another $50,000 to send another 4 people to the moon?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny to think that astronauts get paid like $35,000 a year?
Do they?
They probably get paid $60,000 a year. I don't think they get paid a lot of money.
Well, it's still more than me. I like that.
Yeah, well, good.
What's really funny is they're keeping it a secret. They're keeping it. They don't want everybody to know who's going to the moon.
Oh, man.
Because I'm like, why? Because Russia's gonna like.
Oh, shit.
What are they gonna do? I don't know.
No, it's
I don't think
'cause-
Russia's going.
You know
if
who
it's
I
been
think-
this long,
Yeah.
they were so
The
close.
space race is over, dude.
Yeah.
Also, Russia's busy. They got like a bunch of war crimes to commit, man. They got a bunch of people who don't deserve it to kill.
Yeah, dude. Imagine if Ukraine beats Russia to the moon.
That would fucking
oh,
rule,
that'd
dude.
be funny.
You know who I want them to send to the moon? Tony the Tiger. Because he's great. Yeah, I said that. I said that whole thing. on my podcast that I want to be good. I said that. I said the corniest thing I could have possibly said. But here's the thing. Imagine how great it would be if he was on the moon.
That would be funny. It would be great.
It would be great. Exactly.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised there isn't like an astronaut Tony the Tiger campaign where it's like,
or some version of it. Yeah. Well, what's an updated who's like a more modern Tony the Tiger that could go to the moon?
ooh,
You know what's funny is that probably a more modern Tony the Tiger that could go to the moon is Jeff Bezos.
oh no, yeah, it's true.
Our like mascots are real people that are like billionaire pieces of trash now.
I think it's so weird we know who owns it. Like when I was a kid, I knew about Bill Gates,
Right.
But I didn't know about anybody. I didn't know who ran Nike.
Totally.
Or I didn't know who ran Pop-Tarts.
Yes.
Like, why do we care?
Exactly.
Go to work. Like, why are you
Yeah.
doing a photo shoot
That's
for
so
Time
funny.
magazine? I just don't get it.
Yeah. Did you hear that? You hear what a big a piece of shit the guy who owns Gushers is?
Dude, Gushers is a fucking Nazi company.
You know the guy that owns the Cuties company? You know, the one, the bags of the little oranges. Yeah, man.
Cuties.
Yeah, man. That guy physically assaulted a priest.
Yeah, why do we have to know? I don't care who runs anything.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, and it's obviously like you don't have to be front facing, You don't have to. There are plenty of companies that aren't. I don't know who runs Samsung.
Right.
I don't want to know who runs Samsung.
I don't even know if anybody is.
That's
Don't all their
true.
phones blow up?
They do fold, which I hate.
They catch on fire, and I don't know.
Oh man.
I feel so bad for them because, like, once you're locked into Apple, you're just locked in. Like, I got the watch and the headphones and the computer and the phone. It's like, I'm dying. There's no way. And I always see them go, for $1, you can get a Samsung Galaxy. Please.
Totally.
If you switch to anything.
That's right. You get a Samsung Galaxy, and we'll give you the brand new version of it every 6 months. You also get a tablet and a watch and a laptop, and it's all free. And we'll hug you.
And I'm like, I just can't. I'm locked in. It's over.
It just is better. I don't know, man. The blue bubbles, I like them. I like the blue bubbles, man.
Yeah, that was a genius move.
Truly.
Maybe we don't even know. Maybe on Samsungs, when we text them, our bubbles are brown. And they're like, it's from an iPhone.
They should do that.
It's shit.
And they should make their bubbles blue. And they should make them say delivered. Samsung is a bunch of idiots, and I've been saying it forever, dude.
Man, what if Samsung started sponsoring us? Then we had to have a bunch of Samsung shit.
That'd be crazy, dude.
That would be crazy.
That would be, and I would do it in a heartbeat.
If you work for Samsung, please
Truly
consider. I mean, we're good people.
Yeah. And we have a pretty good track record with sponsors. Sponsor us.
Wait a minute.
Sponsor us.
That's right. Sponsor.
We need some sponsors.
Yeah, dude.
What were you looking at just now? Are you getting more beer?
I don't know, mate. Well, no.
I'm
good.
definitely drunk now.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, dude.
I almost forgot what we needed to rename.
Yeah, well, we don't need to rename anything, not anymore. Sometimes you get so drunk that everything's better. Yeah, man. I'm so drunk right now that when I get home, I'm going to hide stuff from my roommate. It didn't even occur to me until right now that I could do that, but I'm going to get home
You
from
can do whatever you want.
my trip a day before his trip. I'm going to go into his room. I'm going to pick 6 things, and I'm going to take them into my room.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Nice.
man. That's right.
Take something he would never think you would steal.
That's
you know?
right. He's going to be like, hey, man, where are my heart pills? And I'm going to be like, they're in my ass. Come and get them, stupid. That's right. And that's how I'm going to finally lose my virginity to
That
my
should
roommate.
be your new your comedy catchphrase.
They're in my ass.
They're in my ass.
Well, they're in my ass. Oh, where are the laughs? They're in my ass. Yeah, man. I wouldn't be bombing if you were in my ass.
This is gonna be what blows you up, dude.
I can't wait. Dude.
Nobody can follow the in my ass. guy.
That's right, dude. Yeah, man. Once I'm doing my in the ass stuff, My don't tell video is gonna fucking explode.
Should Biden run again? He should run in my ass.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll tell you where Corn Pop is. Yeah, man. Yeah, Biden, no semi-truck would have killed your wife if you were both in my ass. Oh, fun. Yeah, dude, let's rename the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, they need a new name. I've always thought,
Terrible name.
full disclosure, okay? I'm biased. I think their name sucks, and
Yeah.
I think all their songs are bad. I
No.
think their concept is shitty.
Come on.
I don't like anything about them. I think they suck
You
all
don't
the way.
like the Beastie Boys?
Do not like them.
Holy shit.
That's bad.
Well, what about when they do that thing where all three of them say the last word of the sentence? You
I
don't like that part?
either. I don't like any. I can't believe they are popular.
Really?
I
Wow.
can't believe anyone likes them. I don't know who they're for. I think it's some of the most grating, annoying. Like, I get it. It means a lot to a lot of people. A lot of people do like them. They think they're fun and funny or whatever. It just doesn't do it for me. It's like, what is it? Cilantro tastes like soap to some people. Sounds like shit to me.
I mean, what's funny is that I love them, and I totally get it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you think they're annoying. I don't think that's crazy at all.
I can't stand it. It's one of my
Yeah.
least favorite things. One of my least favorite kinds of music is I can't believe it.
So I think they should be called the Jews.
Well, that's been what's it called, everybody.
You know what's funny is that that's obviously a joke, but also, how sick would it be if that was the name of the Beastie Boys?
No, it really would.
It would be such a dope name.
The Jews.
The Jews.
I like to listen to the Jews.
Dude, because on the flip side, I love the Beastie Boys. I think they're so
Yeah.
great, and I think it's so cool that these guys that are like, quite frankly, like presenting as like beta dudes and are like very like readably Jewish in how they are. I mean, that's like weird to say, because what does it mean to be like Jewish? There's lots of different types of Jewish people, but like they are like, we are Jews, and they do a lot of like stereotypically Jewish things in their presentation, and they're like successful rappers. It's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it is
really
really
like
crazy.
it. Yeah. I also think they're really good rappers. Also, another thing I like about the Beastie Boys is that they're fucking great guys.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, I mean, obviously I don't know them personally, so I don't really know. Maybe not. But they like, later in their career, they were like, you know what? It's fucked up that we rapped so much about women. And there's stuff,
Really?
it wasn't even like as disrespectful as a bunch of other shit in hip hop, but they were like,
Yeah.
that wasn't cool. And they do a lot of like activism and outreach and donating.
Well, now
And,
I sound like a real piece of shit.
you don't have to like their music to think they're good people, man.
Yeah, it helps. It helps.
And Ad Rock is married to Kathleen Hanna, the lead singer of Bikini Kill and La Tigra. And that's just cool to me, too, because she's like a front person. And I don't know, she's just like a loud feminist punk girl. And to be like a rock star and be like, yeah, I'm going to marry this person.
Yeah, yeah.
Is like it just means you're cool to me.
Well, you might change my mind.
Dude, one of my favorite like videos of performance at all. So Kathleen Hanna was really good friends with Kurt Cobain, and there's this video of her telling the story of how she was involved in the song Smells Like Teen Spirit being created.
Oh, damn.
And it's like a 15-minute video where she tells a story about her and Kurt, and they're like vandalizing this like anti-abortion clinic, and then they're hanging out, and she spray paint Smells Like Teen Spirit on the wall, and then Nirvana blows up, and Bikini Kill, she has to strip in order to make money to pay for their tour, and she strips in front of this like hardcore dude who's like an anti-feminist, and he plays Smells Like Teen Spirit, and she has to dance to it, and it's just like fucking crazy beautiful story where she plays Smells Like Teen Spirit and plays Rebel Girl by Bikini Kill, which is a great song. And she's telling the whole story, and Ad Rock is just behind her playing drums.
Oh, damn.
And it's just, it just seems like their relationship is beautiful. I'm a very big fan of them, I guess.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Yeah, I gave you a hard sell.
No,
Yeah.
you really do. Now I'm like, do I hate them? Like that all worked on me.
I mean, if you hate their music, you hate their fucking music. But you don't even like Intergalactic. I feel like that's such a catchy.
I can't.
Wow,
deal with it. It's very
damn.
grating to me. But they seem like good dudes.
Even when the robot voice is saying Intergalactic.
I don't know when I need to listen to that. What time of day is that? What I don't know.
That's great.
But I got a good name for him. How about Big Skinny?
Oh yeah. I like that a lot.
It's good for a group of white dudes rapping.
Yeah, here's one. Mad Boys.
Ooh, how about Kill Harmonic?
Yo, that's a really good one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
How about William S. Five Boroughs?
How about Rat Stack?
All right, here's my last one. Mario and Luigi and Toad.
Ooh,
Yeah.
how about the whitest kids you know?
Hell yeah, dude.
My last one is Fat Money.
Damn, Fat Money I think might be the one, dude.
Fat Money's fun.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I wish my name was Fat Money.
Yeah, dude. Damn. I'm just like trying to rip. Fat Money is so
Fat
because
Money.
the other thing about it is the Beastie Boys, I think the way that it is a good name is that they're a successful rap group with this sort of like trolley name.
Mm-hmm.
In an era where all the rap names were like Big Joe, or wait, that's not even one.
Fat
Fat
Joe.
Joe is who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Big Pun.
Yeah.
Biggie Smalls. Just like this sort of like grandiose. Even Eminem has this sound to it where it just seems like intense when even though it's a fucking candy.
Eminem, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny to me, too, that rappers, like, you either got to be real fat or really in shape. You can't just be like a pudgy,
Yeah.
kind of doughy.
The only ones are like Run the Jewels. They're just like doughy guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's rare, I feel.
It is rare. And I feel like they're not even like near as big as these guys we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about being just like, I'm huge. And everybody's like, badass.
Yeah.
We're not fucking with you.
Yeah, totally.
Big Pun weighs 800 pounds.
So what if the Beastie Boys were called the Huge Boys? Huge. Has anyone been called huge in music?
No, I don't think so.
Huge Dave. That's my rapper
Huge
name.
Dave.
Huge Dave.
I like Huge Dave.
Yeah, I do too.
No rappers go by Dave.
No rapper. Well, I guess not. So Open Mike Eagle tours with Video Dave, but I don't think Video Dave is a rapper.
Video Dave. That'd be a good rapper name.
Yeah.
Y'all tweeted a bunch of shit at us about the names. We did for this week. We did if the Beastie Boys were communists.
Coming in at number 10, we got Ill Communism. That was
shit.
at Seth Mills, dude. I'm gonna be loving these Beastie Boys puns, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
At Jord Games. Intergalactic Proletarians.
Dude.
I mean, come on.
I can't. You don't like the song Intergalactic, even.
It just doesn't do it for me.
Man.
You know?
At Winslow Dumaine, friend of the show, Check Your Red, which is great because it's Check CZECH.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Just good work.
Just good stuff.
A lot
Well
of good
done,
work
my
there.
friend.
At
Yes.
Larry Bolello said, and Mother Russia head checks you.
Yeah, that's great. Next, we got, look, we have never done this before, but numbers 6 and 5 on the list are both from Turducken MRE.
Yeah, good job.
Cash rules everything around me, and I don't like it. That's so funny.
And then topped it off with Run CCP.
So clever, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, back to back.
Then we had at Seth Bennett with White Russians.
I mean,
Good
just
shit,
perfect.
dude.
And also
Yeah.
a good name for a rap group. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
At Doc Hollandaise said, Ryman and Stalin.
That's so clever.
Good Lord.
The last three are so clever. Yeah, coming
Yeah.
in at number 2 at Badwig had Class Monkey.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That funky monkey.
Yeah.
And then our winner, which two different people,
Word
parallel
for word
thought.
came with
Yeah.
up with the same long name. Yeah.
Yeah, in layman's terms, and Dumb Space Bimbo came up with the number one this week. It's perfect. Marksy Marks and the Funky Bunch.
Thank you so much. We have no need to even try to entertain people ever again. You guys have done it for us. Holy
It would
fucking
be funny
shit.
if Antifa was called the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, dude. They are a funky bunch. They got their face
Kinda
covered
feeling
up.
a little funky.
Yeah, man. I'm going to throw a Molotov cocktail at a cop. I'm feeling a little goofy today.
Dude, I'm goofed up.
Oh, man. Well, that was fucking the most fun as always.
Yeah,
And
that
y'all
was
are the
great.
best.
We
As
love you.
always, at What's It Pod on Twitter if you want to jump in with us, renaming
right.
shit. Also at What's It Pod on Twitter if you just want to get drunk with us in a hotel room, sorta.
That's right.
Talking to us on there is pretty similar to that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you for joining us here at the first ever party. What's it called?
That's right. Party line. Join the Patreon, subscribe, tell a friend, and lay on down.
Get the fuck down there. Eat a potato and be Richard Karn.
That's
We'll
right.
see you next week.
What's it called? What's it called?